Welcome back to our channel Respect Education. Hello everybody, this is worksheet number 7. It belongs to physics. The concept is human eye and colorful world. Now we see round number 1, multiple choice questions, MCQs. Question number 1. Order of colors from more wavelength to less wavelength. As we know, the color which has most wavelength is red and least wavelength is for violet. So it is C, the reverse order of VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR. Whereas R has the most wavelength and violet has the least wavelength. So option D is the correct answer. Now we see question number 2. Who was the first to use a glass prism to obtain the spectrum of sunlight? Here there are options, 4 options are given. It's a direct question. Here the scientist is Isaac Newton. So here option B is the right answer. Isaac Newton was the first to use a glass prism to obtain the spectrum of sunlight. Now we see question number 3. Which of the following phenomena of light are involved in the formation of a rainbow? Here option A given as reflection, refraction and then dispersion. This is the wrong order. Refraction, dispersion and internal reflection, this is the correct order. Refraction, dispersion and again refraction is wrong. Dispersion, scattering and total internal reflection is also wrong. So here the phenomena of light that are involved in the formation of rainbow is refraction, dispersion and then internal reflection. So here option B is the right answer. Now we see question number 4, that is monochromatic light is passed through prism. What happens? Color changes to green, color changes to blue, color changes to black, color doesn't change. So here is a small spelling mistake is there, it is doesn't, DOES, color does not change. Actually, we should know what is a monochromatic light. Monochromatic light means that is a light that has the same wavelength. So, it is one color. Mono means one. So this light has only one color. That color doesn't change even though it is passed through prism. Under this condition you see the color, it is the actual position of prism, inverted, actual, inverted, actual, inverted, finally actual. So here that is the reason the color of the light doesn't change. So option D is the right answer. Now we see question number 5. Which of the following statements is correct regarding the propagation of light of different colors of white light in air? Red light moves fastest, this is wrong. Blue light moves fastest, this is also wrong. All the colors of the white light move with the same speed is correct. When the white light is passing through air, So fourth one, dbt is yellow light moves with the mean speed as that of the red and the violet light. This is also wrong. So your option C is the right answer. Now we see question number 6. That is, consider the following traces of the path of a ray of light passing through a glass prism. Identify the diagram which shows the correct path of ray of light. Actually, when a beam of light travels through glass prism, it is refracted both inside and outside of the prism. See, actually this is not the position of taking the ray of light. It should be taken from the bottom. When it is actual position, we should move it from the bottom. So here this is the wrong option, and here you see it is moving from air to glass. It should bend. Here it looks like straight line. So here this is also wrong, and this is inverted. Now here we are taking a ray. See, here it gets bent and it comes out. So these two are parallel, and this is the correct path. Whereas if you see D, here you see it is entering here, it is bending, again it is bending, but here it should be parallel, right? So in that case we can say this is wrong. So option C shows the correct path of this one, correct path of ray of light. Now we see question number 7. What will happen to the components of white light emerged after passing through a prism? Here we can understand that this ray is incident ray and this is refracted ray, and this ray is called emergent ray. Now we go to question number 7. What will happen to the components of white light emerged after passing through a prism? So here you see white light, it is passing through prism, then it is split into 7 different colors. If a second identical prism, means same kind of prism, is placed in an inverted position with respect to the first prism, then what happens? Here white light, when it travels through it, it is dispersed into 7 different colors. Again those colors, when they enter the other prism which is in the inverted position, and that is also identical prism to the first one, then again all the 7 colors combined together, we get again white light. So here we get Vibjar, no, wrong. We get here reverse of Vibjar, this is also wrong. We get white light, this is correct. None of this is wrong. So option C is the right answer. Now we see question number 8. In the following diagram, the path of a ray of light passing through a glass prism is shown. See here, this is the incident ray and this is the refracted ray and this is the emergent ray. In this diagram, the angle of incidence, the angle of emergence and the angle of deviation respectively are. Select the correct option A, B, C and D. See here, this is the incident ray. And this is a refracted ray. And this is emergent ray. Now see these dotted lines, they indicate normal. This is the normal and this is also normal. Now this y is nothing but the angle between the normal and the incident ray. So this is angle of incidence. So we can say this as angle of incidence. And here see, this is the refracted ray and here is the normal. So this is the angle between, this is the refracted ray and this is the emergent ray. Now the question is that angle of incidence, okay, y. Next, angle of emergence. Angle of emergence nothing but the angle between the normal and the emergent ray. See, this is the emergent ray and this is the normal. So angle between them q. This is angle of emergence. Next, angle of deviation. This is the angle between the actual path of the incident ray and the actual path of the emergent ray. So here it is angle P. This is called angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. Now here the correct option, first one, angle of incidence is angle Y, angle of emergence is angle Q, and angle of deviation is angle P. So the order is YQP. Here YQ and P. So option D is the correct answer. Now we see question number 9. Choose the correct statements in the given diagram. See, here is the white light. It is split into 7 colors. Of course, it is only top color and the bottom color. And again there is a prism. It is kept in inverted position. And again there is a screen. That means here all the 7 colors, they combine together to give the white light once again. Now let us see the options. Incident light on the first prism is white light, and the emergent light from the second prism is the red light. Is wrong, because here if the incident light is white light, the emergent light finally that also should be white light. It is given red light. That's why it is wrong. Option B. Incident light on the first prism is white light, right? And emergent light from the second prism is white light. This is correct. Now X is red color light, whereas Y is the violet color light. Here X is the least deviated color, this is the most deviated color. Least deviated color is nothing but the red, most deviated color is violet. So here X is red color, Y is violet color. So this is true. X is violet color and Y is red color is false. So here option B and C, both the options are correct options. Now we see question number 10. That is, the angle of prism is 60 degrees and its refractive index is √2. At minimum deviation condition, what is the possible value of angle of incidence? So let us rewrite the data here. Given angle A, that is angle of prism, is equal to 60 degrees and a refractive index I am taking it as mu is given as √2. Now we know the reference formula is sin A plus D by 2 divided by, as I don't have plus I am writing here, by sin A by 2. So let us substitute the values. Mu is given as √2 is equal to sin A plus D by 2, here A is 60 degrees, plus D, the value of D is not given, by 2 divided by sin A by 2, since A is 60, A by 2 is 30, means 60 by 2 is 30. As we know sin 30 as 1 by 2, so this value is 1 by 2. Let us do cross multiplication. 1 by 2 into √2. 1 by 2 into √2 is equal to sin of 60 plus D by 2. So here let us write 2 as √2 into √2. So 1 √2 get cancelled √2 times. 1 by √2 is sin 45 degrees. Is sin 60 plus D by 2. So here on comparing, 60 plus D by 2 is nothing but 45 degrees. From this we can find D is equal to 2 into 45 is 90 minus the 60, 90 minus 60 equal to 30 degrees. Finally, D is 30 degrees. Now here you see the question. At minimum deviation condition, what is the possible value of angle of incidence? So here we can understand that for minimum deviation, angle of incidence is nothing but angle A plus angle D by 2, A plus D by 2. Here A is given as 60 plus D is 30 by 2. 60 plus 30 is 90, 90 by 2, 45 degrees is the angle of incidence. So 45 degrees, option A is the right answer. Now we see question number 11. Which of the following diagram represents refraction of light through a prism correctly? See here, this first one, it is falling on the prism in this way. This position is wrong. So here this cannot be the right option. Here it is moving above and again parallel and again it is coming out. So here this should be coming down. It is going up is wrong. It should be coming down. So here this is the wrong option. And here there is no refraction at all. Okay. So since it is a glass, there should be bending. So here this is wrong option. And here you see it is moving from down. This is parallel to the base and again emergent ray is coming in this way. So this is the correct option. So option D is the right answer. Now we see question number 12. That is, a given ray of light suffers minimum deviation in an equilateral prism P. This is equilateral prism P. Additional prism Q and R of identical shape and material are now added to P as shown in the figure. Here we need to understand that another prism P and R of identical shape and identical material means here the material what we have used for P, Q and R, this is the same. That means when these two are same, then there will be no deviation at all. And these two are same, there will be no deviation at all. And again emergent ray comes out. Clear? So here this is the incident ray. And from here to here this position is refracted ray. And this is emergent ray. Now the question is that the ray will suffer greater deviation, same deviation, no deviation, total internal reflection. See here, whatever deviation gets here in the prism P, Q and R. So at the end of the R also it will maintain the same deviation, because here the prism Q and R, they have the same shape and same material used, and that too it has the minimum deviation. So here we can say that the ray will suffer same deviation. So option B is the right answer. If you feel this video is helpful to you, please like, share and subscribe our channel. And please do not forget to press the bell button so that you will get the notifications from our channel. Thank you very much.